What's up, everybody? Priest here. This audio has been copyrighted 2008 by WCRplays.com, so don't go stealing it, or I will come to your house and steal your babies. Alright, let's get this game unpaused. Unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. Alright. So in this game I'm talking about is Todd vs. Sky. I don't know if you guys have seen this replay already, but it was on or3.gosugamers.net. It was from WGT. I don't think it was posted on WCR. It might have been posted on other replay sites, but I don't really care if you guys have seen this already, because even if so, you can actually, never mind. I do care that you guys have seen it already, just because it would make a better audio if you haven't seen it, because it's just more entertaining that way. But I think I can point out some things that maybe you guys missed, or just some of the details in the matchup to what you have to do versus what your opponent does. So Todd going for a little bit more different build order, and obviously base build than Sky does. Sky does like the automatic next peon out is the farm, and then the peon that built that farm builds the next farm. Todd always goes with pretty much the same build order that he always does for every matchup, I think, unless it's like on Twisted Meadows or something. And that is pretty much altar racks. Then your first peasant builds altar. The next one that comes out is racks. The next one that comes out after that is your farm. I think your first farm's a little bit slow from it, but it's not too much to where it'll affect you, obviously, because Todd's amazing. One thing I didn't really understand this game, Sky does get an arcane tower when, obviously, on this map, like, you always want to expand Human Mirror, and that's my opinion. Every time I play Human Mirror on this map, like, I always expand. There's a lot of ways you can get into someone's base, and obviously there's 2 chokes, but if you have an expansion, you can really fake out your opponent to where you are on the map, and it can play in your favor if you put up your expansion quicker than your opponent, or if you if you don't expand, but normally you want to expand. So if you see Todd's doing this green right outside his base right now, he built 2 footmen, and he researches defend instantly after 2 footmen. This is gonna help him so much. Even if you creep perfectly at the merc camp, you do have to creep it a little bit slower, I think, because you have to wait for your water elemental to get in front to tank all the damage, and it's also just good to have your footmen have defend, because on this map there's so many things on this map that are piercing damage, and as you can see, these footmen are taking no damage versus this ice troll warlord. Even in the middle shops, like those are all piercing damage. The gold mine is piercing damage, so it's something I haven't seen quite often, but I should say it's Todd's innovative way of playing how he normally doesn't play on this map. Obviously, Sky goes for the Mountain King. If you guys didn't see, I think he sells his TP later on. He might use it later on. But yeah, what I was saying about the Arcane Tower, I don't understand. Like, you're using I think he used like 7 to 8 peasants to creep the merc camp. That's like all his peasants plus maybe some gold. I think he used like all his wood peasants and like 1 or 2 gold peasants. That's a lot of wood taken away, because obviously your peasants aren't base mining wood, so you're gonna need that wood to build your expansion. You're gonna need that wood to make your arcane tower. And right now, as you see, he doesn't even have his arcane tower researching. But I think he was probably thinking maybe Todd wasn't gonna go for the expansion right off the bat, and maybe he just wanted the arcane tower up to be safe. So another thing, as you see right here, Todd on the right side of the map. By the way, Fog of War is on because I want to see both players. I've only watched this replay once, but yeah, it's good to see both players. Right side of the map, Todd's using defend really well. His footmen are still not even like hurt at all, because that troll priest, and obviously defend helping out. So right when Todd gets the OK on the creep, he puts up his expansion. I think when you do go Archmage on this map, you want to wait at your base just a little bit, especially if you know that your opponent's getting Mountain King. If you're the person doing the Mountain King strat, then I suggest you, right when done doing your expansion, and you go straight to the human player, because that's the whole point of getting Mountain King. You want to get an early advantage, a really early advantage on the other human player that you're versing, because I think later in the game, versus a high level versing a high level Archmage and a Mountain King, and let's say like a level 2 Paladin and a level 3 Paladin, I think just the regular standard Mountain King Paladin combo isn't as good as those three at high level. So, this whole strat that Sky's doing right now, he's done this to Orc players too. He pretty much just puts an expansion up on after he does more harassing. As you see, he has like more footmen than Todd because obviously he just killed one. And when you're doing this strat, like I'm saying, for a Mountain King, you need to get a really good advantage early on, or you're not gonna win. I think Sky does get sort of an advantage. He's slowing down Todd's expansion. As you see, he's making Todd use a lot of APM. He's pretty much just disturbing Todd when Todd doesn't want to be disturbed. So, but I mean, Todd plays perfect this game. I'm gonna be going both ways to say tips about what strat you should do and what you should be doing if you get Mountain King, or what you should be doing if you don't go Mountain King. So once Todd gets his expansion up, he knows it's free. He's still gonna set his base 4 out because he knows roasting this strat, and obviously he's played Todd a lot. Todd's played Sky a lot. Sky, unwillingly, I think it's funny. I stopped playing this game for maybe 2 months or a month or two. I still did some audios, I think, but for a month or two, Sky's still going Mountain King versus a lot of races still, and it's obviously playing well for him because this game he does get a little bit he has some little mistakes, but I think right now he still plays really good. Right now Sky notices that he's not gonna be able to take that expansion down right off the bat, so he's gonna have to put up an expansion of his own. So the whole point of doing this strat is see how many footmen Sky has, and you see how many mercs Sky has, you see how many footmen Todd has, you see how many mercenaries Todd has. I mean, if you're the average player, this would probably be a good game right here. Once he kills his tower, the other tower's not up. All Todd has is that Troll Berserker, 3 footmen, level 3 Archmage, but you'll see right now Todd has that footman at the Goblin Laboratory under his expansion. He put the footman there obviously for right when the time came. It's about to be daytime right now, and that's when the Shredder and the Zeppelin become available. If he did not do this right here, he would lose the game, no doubt. Look at all this. Look at all the stuff that this guy has. So when you're playing versus a Mountain King, your micro has to be on spot, and your timing has to be on spot through running your Zeppelin off at the right time, picking up the units that are gonna die at the right time, like a Shredder right there. Like Shredders can get bashed, so they're gonna die, and obviously using your militia at your base to bring in reinforcements to help out your expansion. Pretty much what you want to do, what I would do in this situation, just focus the Mountain King as much as you can. Obviously he doesn't have a TP, but he has that staff. But I mean, you're not gonna make the player go away if you don't put pressure on the Mountain King. I'm not saying focus the Mountain King as much as you can if he has a fucking health pot or something, but especially if he has a lot of health left. But I mean, like right now, you really just want to put all your focus on the Mountain King and try and take him down as low as you can. I'm not saying you're gonna kill the Mountain King. Again, guys, you don't focus the Mountain King in that situation to kill it. You don't. You just focus it so he backs off. So all he has is fighting is his footman. And, footman versus footman is an even battle, but Todd has water elementals and he has militia. So you pretty much want to disable, since the Mountain King's not obviously ranged, you want to disable the Mountain King. I think Todd does that really good this game. So right there, I think the average player or the upper player probably would have lost to that Sky push, because just Sky. I've seen Sky do this to even 9-ups. I think he just might go with his footman, his might go with his Mountain King, his mercenaries. His timing on pushing is just amazing. But I don't know. You'll see with Sky, with Todd. Todd's gonna micro in the Shredder and the Zeppelin. He really is able to defend this push pretty well, I think. And you always want to rebuild your at least one tower or two if they get focused down. So as you see, he's making that Shredder attack that Mountain King. You don't even really need everything attacking the Mountain King, just at least your hero and the Shredder. As you see, he puts his Troll Piece and his Berserker way in the back, so to defend them if they get bolted. And for him to bolt them, he has to move all the way in the expansion. If he moves all the way in the expansion, he's either gonna get surrounded, or Todd will make that Arcane Tower and focus the hell out of that Mountain King, and the Mountain King will lose all